Hi all, and hello to my new subscribers. I haven't done a video where I talk about me for a couple of months, maybe nearly 3 months. So I'm feeling a bit fresh and brand new to all this right now, so bear with me. I've still got a lot of crazy symptoms going on, but I thought with this particular movie, I would talk about movie. It's not a movie. I would talk about CBT and how that's going for me, because I've been keeping up with that and I've done a couple of videos on that before, and they've been really popular for people and enjoyed watching that. So I thought I'd do another one of those. If I suddenly look a little bit, I don't know, like I'm not concentrating on what I'm saying, I may be having a strong attack of some pain somewhere in my body or feeling suddenly really sick. So sorry if that happens. It's boiling as well today. I wanted to talk about valued living and activities in your life that can be related to valued living. I talked about values in my last film, but this goes a bit deeper into it. And I was telling my lovely therapist, he's called James, about how with all the lying in bed and spending a lot of time on my own, doing very little, not doing very many tasks that I would normally be able to usually do easily, and so this kind of sunk my confidence down quite low, and it is still lower than it normally would be if I was well. So one of the things that he suggested I do was to create this form, which I've got in this book here, and I write in activities that I do within my day, and then I class them and analyse them and give them points. So I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. So bear with me. So he says that basically by doing this, it can increase your confidence and it can reduce anxiety. And obviously working on doing your activities mindfully is really, really beneficial for you. So, valued living activities, my form looked a bit like that. And he did give me something I could print off, but I couldn't be bothered to print it, so I wrote it all out by hand. And I basically, on the first column is the date and the time, the day. In the middle, you write down activity, so what you've been doing, describe that briefly, and then who you did it with, or if you did it on your own. And then the 3 columns on the other side, first one is achievement, the middle one is closeness, and the last one is enjoyment. So 10 is like maximum, and 0 is nothing at all, none. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So Friday PM, just after I basically got off the phone to my therapist, I went down my track here near the house and I picked some flowers from the hedgerows, just kind of wild little flowers that I could find, but mostly grasses and different things that structurally looked interesting. And then I put them in vases. I made up 3 different vases. I'll probably put them on the thumbnail. I think I've still got those photos somewhere. And so for achievement, I gave myself a 9 for that, for actually getting out the house, and I did it all barefoot, grounding myself as I went, and finding some beautiful things to put in my displays, you know, being mindful with that task. And then I gave myself a 2 for closeness, and that one I just discussed with him just now. This is a week later from here, because I said that sometimes when I'm in nature and I'm really connecting with my surroundings and my environment, I feel this feeling of closeness even if I'm not with anyone. I can still be completely alone, but I still feel like there's this kind of bond or this closeness that I have with my surroundings that I'm connecting with. So I gave myself a 2 even though I wasn't with anyone. And he said, that's fine, you can do that, Joe. He's done it with other people who noticed the same thing. E is for enjoyment, and I gave myself an 8 for that, which is pretty high. I really enjoy just going out there and noticing, you know, the beautiful grasses and picking out certain things, and you'll see on the picture how nice it looked in the end when I was finished. So that was a real feeling of achievement, and that's why I gave myself a 9 for that. So with all these different entries that I've got here, by the time I get to the bottom of the page, I can really see like how much time I've spent with other people and how close I felt with them, what things I really felt like I was having that feeling of achievement. So for example, let's see a low one. My lowest I put as a 5 was eating a fruit dinner on the swing on my own. I feel like there wasn't a huge amount of achievement in that because I was kind of not going very far, so I physically wasn't pushing myself much. You know, it's very easy just to prepare a fruit dinner. And obviously I was on my own, so my closeness was only 1. But my enjoyment was 7 because I kind of made the effort to sit on the swing and just to kind of, you know, eat my dinner even though I wasn't with anyone, just in an enjoyable fashion, and so my enjoyment was still pretty high. So that just gives you a feeling of how it can change and be different. But I think that if you're someone that's going through some physical or mental difficulties, or you've got some kind of illness, I think this kind of valued living activity is really key to kind of analysing yourself a bit and seeing, you know, how mindful you are when you do these things, and if in fact over time of doing this you realise that maybe your confidence is coming back, because, you know, in that week that I wrote all that table down, my confidence definitely did grow. I was kind of because I was putting it down and I was really thinking about, oh, how much enjoyment, how much achievement, how much closeness, that actually there was a lot of fruitful, rich, lovely experiences that was going on in my day and my week, whereas before maybe I wouldn't have pushed myself so much to do things that I liked. I'd just be like, oh, I feel really shit, I'm in loads of pain, I feel really sick, I'm just going to lie in bed and not do anything. Whereas here, you know, even just chatting on the phone with a friend is like a huge, amazing thing. For me, they're the best moments because I'm feeling really close to someone else, I'm connecting, and I'm making moments of enjoyment happen by organising those things. So I might text a whole load of people if I know I'm going to have a whole day on my own. I'll text them and I'll say, oh, when are you up for a chat, kind of thing, and I might do that with like 3 people or whatever, and then possibly like someone can talk to me during their lunch break, someone else might be able to talk in the afternoon, so then I have that kind of closeness even though physically I'm on my own in this house. So yeah, I think I'll continue with that and see if there's more things that I can bring in. 8 minutes, just the last thing. I'll do that in a separate video. So yeah, there's lots of other videos I want to do with you. I'm going to be talking about how my lithium tapering is going and what day I'm on and how much I've reduced. These crazy Russian things that I'm trying out that a friend's lent to me for a while. Talking about my detox diet where I'm eating a lot of fruit and not much else. And why maybe I'm putting lots of lemon in my water. So yeah, I'll see you really soon on the next film. Thank you very much and good to see you again, guys. See you soon.